I am E. Krishnarao Patro, Associate Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College, Hyderabad. So today we'll discuss about some InfinityQ questions. So these questions generally they are asking in the multiple choice question step. So you have to answer these questions. Okay. So I have collected the previous questions. The first question you can observe here. They have given a small question. ARR equal to within single quote PQ and RS, and for Z in ARR and Z dot upper print ARR. So this is the given question. Okay. Please observe this question and predict the output of the following code. So what is the output? So if you observe here, initially there is a list where there are two items PQ and RS, and there is a loop. The for loop is reading, means it is taking the data from the list and it is converting to uppercase. So this loop repeats how many times? This loop repeats the two times because there are two items in the list, and finally it is printing print ARR. So if you are printing, so what is the output they are asking? So predict the output of the following code. If you observe here, there are four options are there: A, B, C, D. In A, PQRS is there, B, PQRS is there, C, PQRS within single quote, and D, within double quote, PQ in uppercase, PQRS in uppercase. So which is the correct output? So please remember, the for loop repeats two times. It is converting into uppercase, no doubt, but it is not updating. It is converting and forgetting. The original list is not at all updating. That means the original data is not at all modifying at all because you are not updating. That's why it will be printing same array itself. So the PQRS option C is the correct answer because it is not updating. If at all you have written updating to that particular position, then the data will change, whereas you are not updating. That's why the answer is C. So they will be asking this type of question in the coming examination. Now we'll move to next question. If you observe here, in the second question, string equal to hello and initially count equal to 0. For Z in string, if Z not equal to L, count will count plus 1, else pass and print the count. So similarly here also what is the output? Originally your string is having hello and the count is 0, and this loop repeats how many times? This loop repeats 5 times. So when it repeats 5 times, but what condition is checking? It is checking whether Z equal to uppercase L or not. If it is not equal to L, then count is incrementing. If it is L, it is simply pass. That means the loop simply goes here. It is not at all counting that. So here it is checking how many times of not L, means how many non-L's are there. So if you observe here, H, E, L, L, O. So this if condition will satisfy first H, next E, next O. That means 3 times this condition will satisfy. So that's why the answer is 3. Because in other path, when the Z value is L, it comes to else path. So in the else path, there is a simply pass. So the count is not at all increasing. That's why the value is 3. So you must be very careful what type of condition they give. Most of the time students, they will be checking that Z equal to L. That means they will give the answer 2. So no, it is not 2, it is 3. Because it is not equal to L. And in else path, they have written pass. So simply the control is going up again. It is not doing anything. So this is the way the for loop works. And I think you know in the for loop, it will be taking every element from the string and checking the condition. So this if condition will satisfy for the H, E as well as O. So that means 3 times it will be satisfied. That's the answer is 3. Next question. If you observe here, what is the output of the following code? You have to say num equal to 1, while true, that means it is an infinite loop. The loop is simply running. If num modulus 4 equal to 0, then break the loop. Print num comma num and n equal to space and num plus equal to 1. That means this loop is keep on running, and this loop will break whenever the num modulus 4 equal to 0. That means whenever the value of num is 4, 4 modulus 4 is 0. So that time it will be coming out of the loop. So what is the output? Whenever num is 1, it is printing 1 and num is incremented. Whenever num is 2, incrementing, printing and incrementing. Num is 3, it is not satisfying. That means this will satisfy only when it is divisible by 4. So it is not at all divisible. So this num will be incrementing 3 times. So after 4th time it is breaking. It is not printing. So this value will be. So answer is 1, 2, 3. So you must be very careful when the loop is breaking. If the break statement is not there, what will happen? This will be keep on running. That means it will go for infinite loop. Whereas here they are given the condition. So this break will break whenever the num value is divisible by 4. Okay. Now we'll go to next question. What is the output? Sorry, how many times the hello will be printed? If you observe, this question looks very simple, whereas a little bit tricky is there. For z in range with -3 and print hello and equal space, and it's asking how many times hello will be printed. They given the option 0, 3, 2, 1. Please observe here, there is a function called range function. For range function, what are the parameters? Start, stop, and step. There are 3 parameters: start, stop, and step. So the default value of start is how much? 0. And here stop is how much? -3. And step is by default 1. By default 1. And remember, the condition is what? Whenever writing a range function, the start supposed to be less than stop. Whereas here when you write only 3, this value goes to stop. And what is the value of start? Start is default value 0. So that means 0 to -3. 0 to -3. So range goes from 0 to -3. Whereas start is now greater than stop. That's why this for loop will not execute at all. So whenever it is not executing, hello will not be printed. So that means 0 time printed. So answer is 0. Answer is 0. If total it is a +3, for example, same question if they ask with +3, in that case 0 to 3. That means this loop will repeat 3 times. This loop will repeat 3 times. So 0, 1, 2, 3. In that case 3. So we must be very careful what type of question they have given. And most of the time students, they will say that 3 means they will say directly print 3. Whereas here the given question was -3. So if the -3, answer is 0. So this is the answer. Okay. Now the next question. What is the iteration in programming? Iteration means what? So when you say iterate, step by step, it is incrementing. That means iteration means some sort of loop with step by step. Iteration in programming means it is not a variable, it is not a fixed value, or it is not a random value, it is a step counter. Because generally the other name of loop is what? Iteration. So iteration based upon the step counter. So internally there is a step counter that will be controlling the loop. So iteration means step counter. So they are the generally basic questions. So those type of questions you should not neglect. You have to prepare well. Now we'll move to next question. Please read this question carefully. Array equal to list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a list with 6 elements. Array of 0 equal to array of 5 equal to 0. That means there is a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Array of 0. This is 0th place, 1th place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place. In 0th place and 5th place, 0th place writing 0 and 5th place also writing 0. Actually, this is a list. You are given what? String. The string is generally represented with single quote. And initially it was actually 1. Now you are overwritten with 0. So 0, 0. And array of 3 equal to array of -2. Third location. Array of 3 means this location represented by -2. -2 means what? Generally, in the case of list or in the case of Python, there are two types of indexing: positive indexing and negative indexing. -1 is the last one. -2 is the last but one. So that means the negative index start from right to left and positive index start from left to right. So here we are assigning the last but one, that means -2 value in third place. That means this value is stored here. So that means this 4 is now replaced with 5. So here 5, here 5. So now he is asking what is the output of the following code. What is the correct output? So if you observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it cannot be because first two items are 0. Here B having 0, but here what you have stored? You stored integer 0, not the character 0. So that means this is also wrong. First one wrong, second one also wrong, because here character 0 is represented. That's why it is wrong. Third one, character 0 is there. This is also wrong. And fifth one, last one, if you observe here, 0 is there. Yes. And the fifth place 0 is there. Fourth place 5 is there. Third place 5 is there. That means this is correct. This is also correct. So the last option is the correct option. So this is the way you can answer it. If you observe here how the values are changing, you can know. Please observe here the 0th place and 5th place you have written what? Integer 0. That's why this 0. If you are writing in a single quote 0, in that case this will be single quote 0. In that case the value supposed to be C. Whereas here written integer 0. So when you write integer 0, this value will be integer 0. This and this. Okay. So you must be very careful by choosing the correct option. Because in MCQ, to make you confused, they will give this type of question. So you should not be hurry with cool mind to solve it. So the last answer is correct answer. Now we'll go to next question. Observe here, there is a question given: TU equal to tuple with Krish. AA, BB, CC, DD, EE equal to U, and BB equal to CC equal to star, TU equal to AA, BB, CD, E, and print TU. Here what happened? There is a tuple. This tuple having how many elements? Because you have given a string. The string having how many elements? 5 elements. So K, R, I, S, H. Those values will be stored where? In A, B, C, D. That means AA will be stored with K, BB, CC, DD, and E. So K, R, I, S, H. So those values will be stored in the corresponding variable. And finally, BB and CC equal to star. That means what? Wherever BB is there, so this value is replaced with star symbol. And CC also replaced with star symbol. So print TU. So now when you are asking print, as it is again creating a new tuple. So it will take the value of AA, BB, CC, DD. So the answer will be, these two will be star. That means K star star SH. K star star SH. So A will be the correct option. This is wrong, and this is wrong. Because the star should be in the second and third place. Because it is taking the value of BB and CC. So you must be very careful. And you know that actually tuple is immutable. Whereas here we are creating one new tuple with the value from previous tuple. The previous tuple value is Krish, and the Krish was stored in the 5 variable A, B, C, D, E. So A will be storing K, BB will be storing R, CC will be storing I, DD will be storing S, EE will be storing H. So those values will be stored in the corresponding variable. Later on, again you are updating with value star in BB and CC. That means you are overwriting. By taking those values, you are creating a new tuple. So it is having separate location. That's why it is changing and printing. So original tuple you cannot change because tuples are immutable. So it has created a new one. So the correct answer is A. Now I'll go to another question. The tuple equal to 3 e to power minus 04 and false, true 8.12, 1.111, comma true. That means you have created a tuple because tuples are not homogeneous. It can be heterogeneous. And value equal to initially 0. For z in tuple, value equal to z, value equal to value plus integer of z, and this loop repeats till end of the tuple and finally print the value. So predict the correct output. Now which one is the correct output and how you can evaluate. 3 e to power means what? 3 by 10 to power 4. That means 0.003. So that means this is the real value, but that is written in exponential form. If you convert into integer, it will give you the integer part, that is 0. So 0 plus, next is false. False when you convert into integer, internally false is nothing but 0. So 0 plus, next true. True means internally how much? True means internally 1. So 1 plus, because see this for loop is repeating till end of the tuple and it is taking the every data converting into integer, and that value is again storing in value. So the next value is how much? 8. Next value is actually 1.11, that is a double. Again you have to convert into integer. So this plus 1 plus true. True means how much? 1. So again 1 plus 1. So how much? If you observe here, 1 plus 8, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 1, 11. So the answer will be 11. Remember, this is written in exponential form. If you convert this exponential form into integer, the value will be 0. Similarly, false is 0. True is 1. This is 8. This is 1. This is 1. So this for loop repeats how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Out of 6 times, only these 4 are getting value. So if you add everything, all the values, you will be getting the value 11. So the correct answer is 11. Okay. Now I'll go to next question. Consider the following values which need to be stored in a hash table. So they are given one question related to data structure. Consider the following values which need to be stored in a hash table. I think you know hash table is what? A large array, and those values will be stored in a hash table. The values are how much? 14, 20, 31, 45 and 17. How will you store? Using some hash function. Hash function will give the index. In that index you have to store it. Assume this is the 0th place, 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place. So there is a hash table. In that hash table you have to store it. Now, but the question is what? The hash value need to be stored in ascending order. In ascending order, identify the two hash function in which the collision will occur at position 0. In which the collision will occur at 0th position while mapping the value. So you have to store the value in such a way that it must collide. So whenever two keys are pointing to same index, that is called collision. So it has to be collision at position 0. If you apply h of k with k modulus 2, that means this is the modular function. If I apply this k modulus 2, 14 modulus 2, how much? 14 modulus 2. 14 modulus 2 is 0. So it will store here. So 14 will be stored here. Next 20. 20 modulus 2, how much? That is also 0. So 20 will be stored at 0th place. 31 modulus 2, how much? 1. 31 will be stored here. 45 modulus 2, that is also 1 here. So it will be 45. 17 modulus 2. That is also 1. So it will store here. That means there is a collision at this place. At 0th place, there is a collision. So that means this is the one answer, one of the option. That means if I apply this modulo function, I am getting a collision at 0th place. Of course, at 1 place also. But as per the question is concerned, at position 0, whether there is a collision or not. Yes, there is a collision. Because for 14 and 20, it gives same index 0. That's why it is a collision. Similarly, if I apply B, K modulus 3. K means how much? Initially 14. 14 modulus 3. 14 modulus 3 means 2. Next, 20 modulus 3. That means here also 2. 31 modulus 3. So that is 1. 45 modulus 3. That is 0. 17 modulus 3. That is 2. So that means at 0th place only one item is coming. So there is no collision at all. So that means it cannot be this right answer. Similarly, K modulus 4. If I apply modulus 4, what will get? 14 modulus 4. That means 2. 20 modulus 4. That is 0. Modulus means the remainder. 31 modulus 4. That is 3. 45 modulus 4. 45. So 1. Then 17 modulus 4. That is 1. So that means at 0th place only one item is coming. So there is no collision at all. So that means this also not the correct choice. So if at all it gives 2 keys for the 0th index, then only there is a collision at the 0th place. But in the question, they are given there must be collision at 0th place. So this is wrong. Similarly, K modulus 5. If I apply modulus 5, 14 modulus 5. So if I apply 14 modulus 5, 14 modulus 5 equal to 4. 20 modulus 5 is 0. 31 modulus 5, it is 1. 45 modulus 5, that is 0. 17 modulus 5, that is 2. That means 0th place, I am getting 2 keys. So it is a, also there is a collision. So that means this is also one answer. So A is one answer, D also one answer. Both are correct choice. So sometimes they may give multiple correct answer also. Because in that case they will give a checkbox. There you have to give tick mark in both the place. Sometimes multiple answers may be also correct. So here for this question this is the correct. Next. Consider the merge sort algorithm given below which sort the given list in ascending order. See, they are given a merge sort program and they are given the algorithm for that, how to do the merge sort. Please go through the algorithm now. Initialize the low as 0 and initialize high as the last index of the list. If low equal high, then return list. Else, divide the list into 2 halves, left and right path. Invoke the merge sort for the left path and invoke the merge sort by right path. That means in merge sort, generally you are calculating the mid. Means you are checking whether low equal high or not. If low equal high, return it. Otherwise, divide into 2 parts because it follows divide and conquer policy. So for first part, you would call again merge sort. For second part, again you would call merge sort. Finally, you have to do merging operation. So this is the general merge sort algorithm. So this algorithm they have given already. So you need not remember this algorithm also. Next, they have given for merging algorithm also. That is dividing. This is merging. Initialize I and j 0. Create an empty sorted list while I less than number of elements in the list and j less than number of elements. Until then, the merging process will be continuing. If left list is less than right list, then append. Else append to the left list. Else append to the right list. Okay. If there are any element in the left list, append to the sorted list. If there are any elements in the right, append to the sorted list. And finally return the sorted list. So this is the general merge sort algorithm. Already you would have studied this thing, I hope. If at all you have not studied, please go through this algorithm. This algorithm we have given. Now based upon this algorithm, you have to answer the following query. What they given? The question is, see, this is the algorithm they given. This algorithm you have to apply for the coming question. So this is the method algorithm, and the question is what? Consider the following list. How many merges do the method algorithm require to sort the number in the ascending order? So to sort the element using merge sort, how many time merging will be happening? Generally in the merge sort, what will happen? It will divide the list into two halves, and when it reaches the single element, then it will start merging. So how many time merging operations are done? So for the given question, if you think that initially this is the original one, so it will be divided into two parts. So 90, 42, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 90, 42, 34 and 80. So this is the first part after dividing. Second part will be 11, 1, 4, 2, 100. Because there are odd number of elements. When there are odd number of elements, one half will be having one more than this. So first half 4, second part 5. Again this part will divide. This will be after dividing, this will happen 90 and 42. First half. Second half is 34, 80. Similarly here 5 are there. 5 are means odd number again. This will divide into two parts. 11, 1 first half. Second half 4, 200. So this process will continue. How long? Until the list contain single element. Again it will divide into two parts. So 90 and 42. Again this is 34 and 80. So this is divided into two parts. And this is also divided into 11 and 1. This is now divided into 4 one part and 2 and 100 another part. And again this will divide into single element, 2 one part, 100 one part. That means until the list contains single element, it will be keep on dividing. Now it will start merging. If you merge it, this is first merging. So 90 and 42 become 40 and 90 because you have to store in ascending order. Okay. Similarly, this will be 34 and 80. It is merging. That means combining. Again 11 and 1. After combining you will get 1, 11 because you have to merge in ascending order. Similarly, this will be merged with this value because these two comes under same parent. So this become 2 and 100. This is 1. And finally this will be merged. This become 4 with this. That means this is one merge. This is second merge. This is third merge. After this, if you combine, this become 2, 4, 100. This is third merge. And this belongs to this parent. This become fourth merge, 42 and not 42 because in ascending order, this become 34, 42, 80, 90. Fourth merge. So 1, 2, this become 3, 4, and this has merged 5, and this become, if you merge this one, now if you merge again, finally 2, 4 and here also 11 and 1. This, because this belongs to this parent, no? This you have to merge again. So this become, okay, first I will write this one, 34, 42, 34, 42, 80 and 90. This is one part. And this become how much? the seventh part, after seventh merging, 1, 2, 4, 11 and 100. So this is seventh merging. If you combine these two, then we will get the final merging, that is eighth merging. So that means totally 8 times the mergings are happening. After merging, you will getting the final value. What value you will get? 1, 2, 4, 11, 34, 42, 80, 90 and 100. So finally all the elements will be comes into a single list in a ascending order. So totally 8 number of merges required to arrange it. So this type of question also they are asking. So you must be thorough with the process. How the merge process are continuing in a merge sort. So you must know how to divide it and how to merge it. So those count you have to write properly. So totally 8 merges required. And another question, which of the following statement is true? They are given functions are used to create object in Python. See, those MCQ will be combination of all things, data structure as well as Python related questions. And functions make your programming faster. A function is a piece of code that performs the specific task and all of the above. Which is the correct option? Generally, when you write a program, the program will be using some functions. Functions generally helpful for what? To create the program easily and easy to develop. So modularity you consider will be implemented when you write the function. So a piece of code that performs the specific task. So when you write a particular function, that will do a specific task. But here the given the poor option. Functions are used to create the object in Python. No. Functions make your program faster. No. Functions will be helpful to write the code easily. That means modularity will be implemented. So the coding space may be reduced because same code you may use, but it may not be faster. And it's saying all of the above. It cannot be all the above. It cannot be this. And functions are not used to create object. All functions are not used. Only the constructor function is used to create object. So fourth option, a function is a piece of code that performs a specific task. Yes, that is always correct. A function is a particular set of statement which performs a specific task. That is the general nature of the function. So this is the correct choice. Next, when a function is defined inside a class, what is called? I think you know, class is a collection of attributes and methods. Inside a class, when you write some attributes and some methods, attributes and methods. Method is nothing but the function. So when you write inside a class those functions generally called method. So here question is what? When a function is defined inside a class, that means this is my function. When you define a function inside a class, then that is called method. So this is the correct. So sometimes they may ask this type of question also. These are the basic fundamental question of OOPS. So you must ready for all types of question for the MCQ level. Because in MCQ, they will be giving the typical questions. Very, very fundamental question, you must ready to answer. I hope it is clear. So please remember, a class is a collection of attributes and method. Method is nothing but the function. So when you write the function inside a class, that function is called method. Generally, when you write the function outside the class, that is function only. But when you write inside a class, generally we will call that is a method. That is a generalized name. Next, a small question they given. Def hope of text and print text is awesome. Hope ABC into 2 plus str3 predict the output. This is a small separate function given. This function you have to evaluate. Predict the output. That means hope is my function given. Inside the function we are printing text is awesome. How many times the text will be printed? So hope is passing a parameter ABC into 2 plus str3. ABC into 2 means what? String is multiplied 2 times. That means string will be replicated 2 times. Plus str3. That means you are converting the integer into string and concatenating. That means ABC, again ABC, and 3 is concatenated, and that means that finally the text is passed here, ABC, ABC3. This is the parameter you are passing. Because you are multiplying with 2, with 3 you are adding. After passing this 3, this is now concatenated, and finally this value is concatenated with is awesome. So the answer will be ABC, ABC3 and awesome. So this is the correct answer. Next. So you must be very familiar, must be very particular about the how the operator works with the string. So remember, into 2 means it is multiplying, that means replicating 2 times the string, and plus means it is concatenating. So 3 is concatenating. So the entire string you are passing to the hope function, and that hope function is again printing. So that's why the answer is B. So the next answer is next question. Please observe here. Print text is awesome. ABC into 2 plus 3. In the previous question, if you observe here, str of 3. That means we are converting into string and adding. Whereas in the 14th question, ABC into 2 plus 3. ABC into 2 means what? ABC, again ABC. That means it is replicating 2 times. Plus 3. Plus 3 means 3 is integer. So this is a string. So string with plus 3 is not allowing to concatenate. If you convert into string and then concatenate is okay. But plus 3 means it will not allow you to add, because both are different data type. So this type of addition is not possible. So that means you cannot pass the parameter. Immediately the interpreter says it is something wrong with the parameter. So it gives error. So answer is D. So you can concatenate 2 string, but you cannot concatenate string with integer. So when you concatenate string with integer, it will say both are not mixing because both belong to different category. So this type of parameter is not allowed. So this is wrong. Next question. See, similar question type, but parameters are different. So which parameter is applicable and which is wrong, you have to identify. If you observe this question, hope text. Hope is my function, which takes text as a parameter, and print text is good. Hope ABC into 3 into 2. If you observe here, ABC into 3 double star 2. That means what? Here, this is one expression, ABC into 3. It will not multiply immediately because there is a power operator. This is a multiplication operator, where this is power operator. You know that power operator having more priority than multiplication. That's why what it will do, it will do first this operation. Then 3 into 3 star 2. That means 3 power 2. 3 power 2 means 9. So ABC into 9. So that means ABC will be replicating how many times? 9 times. That value will be passed as a parameter to the function. And this print function will print ABC, ABC, ABC 9 times, and then is good will be printing. So that means ABC, 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 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. So 9 times ABC printed, then finally is good. So in this type of question you must be very careful, because it is first to doing the expression evaluation. That value will be multiplied, because here multiplication operator having less priority than power. That's why the power will be doing first, because power operator having more priority than multiplication. Whatever the value comes, that value is multiplied for the ABC. So that's why answer is A. So this is wrong. This is wrong. So you must be very careful for this type of question. Next. So what will be the output of the following Python code snippet? Z.lower for Z in hello. Z.lower. That means it is taking every element from the string and converting into lowercase. Z.lower. That means it will convert this uppercase h into lowercase h, then E, then L, then O, again L, and then again O. So that means this loop is repeating 5 times and it will create a list and print it. So the answer will be HELLO. because it is converting into lowercase and then printing. So you must be very careful what type of output. And it will not print hello because it is giving inside a square bracket. That means it gives a list. So inside the list, it is printing every element. So to make you confused, they are given hello here as well hello here. But here, this hello is printed within the square bracket. So that means it is printing the list. It is a list comprehension technique actually. So it will create a list and print. So that means you are converting the string into a list and printing. So that's why this is the correct answer. Next question. If you observe here, print list z.lower for z in hello and print the output. If you observe here for z in hello, that means here also every element of the string is passing to the z.lower, and whatever the value are coming, again you are passing to list function. The list function is taking what? One list of the lowercase letters H, E, L, L, O. That means those lists are passed to this function. So it will convert into again one list and printing. So this is also output same hello. So this is the list comprehension technique followed by list function is there. So this list function is taking the parameter. In the previous question, if you observe here, there was a list symbol. So that means you can pass to a list symbol or you can pass to list function also. So these values can be printed. Okay. So prepare well for this type of question, and in the future exam, you have to prepare all this type of MCQ. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.